Untangling the Knots of Reduced Relative Clauses. Hello, learners! Today, we're diving deeper into the wonderful world of English grammar. Our focus? Reduced relative clauses. We'll revisit some complex concepts that may have given you a hard time in the past. Let's unravel these knots together. First, a quick refresher. Reduced relative clauses, also known as participle clauses, allow us to simplify our sentences by omitting the relative pronoun and auxiliary verb. For example, instead of saying, "The car that is parked in front of the house is mine," we could simplify it to, "The car parked in front of the house is mine." The key to reducing relative clauses is understanding participles. Participle clauses can be present participle clauses, the ing form, or past participle clauses, usually the ed form, for regular verbs. For example, "The man who is standing by the door is my uncle," can be reduced to, "The man standing by the door is my uncle." Here, standing is the present participle. Now that we know what to look for, it's important to identify opportunities for reduction. Anytime you see a relative clause where the relative pronoun is the subject, you can consider reducing it. Active verbs become present participles, and passive verbs become past participles. But remember, the sentence's meaning must remain clear after reduction. Sometimes, reduced relative clauses can seem tricky, especially when dealing with complex sentences. A common difficulty arises with perfect participles, having plus past participle. They are used to express something that happened earlier than the time in the main clause. For example, "People who have finished their work can go home" becomes, "People having finished their work can go home." Another challenging point is using reduced relative clauses with prepositions. You can't remove the relative pronoun if it's the object of the preposition. For instance, "The girl whom I was talking to is my cousin" can't be reduced. Let's look at some common mistakes learners often make. 1. Incorrect verb form. Learners often confuse present and past participle forms. Remember, active verbs become present participles and passive verbs become past participles. 2. Incorrect use of perfect participle. Remember to use it for actions that happen before the time expressed in the main clause. 3. Reduction when inappropriate. Not all relative clauses can be reduced. Clauses where the relative pronoun is the object of a verb or preposition can't be reduced. That wraps up our review of reduced relative clauses. They may be tricky, but with understanding and practice, you can confidently use them to make your English more fluent and natural. Keep practicing, and you'll master these in no time. Happy learning!